Hey guys, so today we'll be starting a long series of videos where we'll be unlocking every achievement in all three Bioshock games, including their DLC. I don't want to make this a simple all achievements guide, rather I'd like to let you experience the incredible story and atmosphere of these games, which is why I'll keep my commentary as spoiler free as possible and try to make you feel immersed in the game. That being said, this is still going to be an all achievements walkthrough, so I will explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, as well as give you hints and advice that will hopefully be helpful in your playthrough of the game. And I very much recommend you play the games, even if you do watch the entire series. All three of the games are superb, and I'm sure you'll enjoy playing them yourselves. Lastly, I want to apologize about the sound quality of my commentary. I'm still figuring things out, so I'm afraid you have to bear with it as I try different setups. With all that out of the way, let's finally start the game. The New Game Plus option is visible because I have already completed the game in my practice run. This is also the reason why some of the achievement pop-ups will be a bit screwed, since I unfortunately did not properly clear the achievement statistics before I started this run.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
The 60s, when there was no such thing as lung cancer. So this was Jack, the protagonist. Jack is the strong silence type. In fact, we won't hear from him ever again. Looks like our plane had some kind of accident and has crashed in the Atlantic. Hopefully it wasn't our fault, what with the smoking and stuff. Well, at least we've survived the crash somehow. Things aren't looking that great though. First things first, we need to reach the surface. Whoa, that was close. Seems like running out of oxygen is not the only thing we need to be worried about. I don't see anyone else in our immediate vicinity, but there must be other survivors, right? Best we get some distance between us and the burning remains. We'll try to find the rest of the passengers when we're safe. I do hear some screams in the distance, or at least I think it screams. What the hell is a lighthouse doing in the middle of the Atlantic? I don't see any land nearby. Whatever, at least we're not stranded in the ocean. Hopefully we'll find someone in the lighthouse, or at least some means of communication. Also, if there are other survivors, I'm sure they'll end up in the lighthouse anyway. In any case, we're incredibly lucky to survive the plane crash. Let's hope our luck holds up. Okay, so this is the entrance, I guess. That's one weird lighthouse. Andrew Ryan. Can't say I've heard of him. Which is not surprising, to be fair. Is this lighthouse some kind of memorial? Anyways, there are some stairs we can use to go down. I mean, if you need to label it as art... Guess we don't have any other choice but to enter the bathysphere. Let's see where this will take us. Okay, This is obviously not a lighthouse. What the? Is this some kind of movie?
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture.
Damn, an underwater city.
City where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
Well, that was an interesting introductory video. Wait, there's someone in that connecting corridor. This is insane. A city at the bottom of the ocean. But at least there seem to be people here. Hopefully we can get some help. I'm guessing there's a radio in the bathysphere and that's how we're hearing these guys. At least this means there are other people here. I mean, obviously this is a city after all. And what is a splicer though? The guys on the radio seem to be scared of them. Welcome to Rapture. Didn't that dude Andrew Ryan call the city Rapture? So, we've got ourselves a welcoming party. That doesn't look good. So that's a splicer. Nah, I'm a local boy. I just came back from a little trip abroad. It doesn't look like she bought it. Is she trying to cut through the bathysphere? Hopefully the bathysphere is sturdy enough. I mean, considering the pressure it's subjected to so deep under the surface, it should be impossible for her to cut through it with just some hooks. Okay, I think she gave up. Okay, Atlas, but only since you've asked nicely.
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground.
Right, so we've got our first goal. Get to higher ground.
Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're gonna need to draw her out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
Oh, finally some good luck. Atlas seems trustworthy, and I just can't say no to him. Well, to be honest, we did just get out of the water, so we're kind of soaking right now.
Just a bit further. How do you like that, mister? Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? seal Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
I'm pretty sure the crowbar was a reference to Half-Life. And we've got our first fight in the game. We've just the range right now, so it may take a while. And this guy is tough. Finally! Okay, so we can loot the corpses of the enemies we defeat. This one had a first aid kit, which we can use to replenish our health, obviously, as well as an Eve hypo, whatever that is. It seems we can loot most objects in the world, so let's try to be thorough. There's no achievement for doing so, however, so don't worry about checking every single container we come across. Collecting food heals us a bit. We can't keep it though, it's consumed when picked up. Good, another first aid kit and Eve hypo. We can carry a total of 9 of each. And one more Eve hypo in the trash can. I'm really not sure we should be injecting ourselves with suspicious syringes.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
If you say so, Atlas.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him.
Adam? What's that?
Let's buck. Weak. You're a weak shopper. And this little fish, I love telling it.
Big Daddy.
Yellow, always have been. You'll be no better off with Metal Daddy, little fish. See you floating from my...
I knew I shouldn't have used that syringe. Hey, that's the guy from the connecting corridor we saw earlier. Why is he still in that diving suit?
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's alright. I know he'll be an angel soon.
Great. Killer mutants and now demonic children. Where the hell are we?
You alright, Boyle? First time plasmid's a real kick from a mule. But there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
Okay, I admit, that was kind of cool. Right. What are the odds of this hitting an underwater corridor just when we were crossing it? Not to mention we did travel quite a distance from the crash site with the bathysphere. And we've yet to find any of the other passengers. There aren't even any bodies. We just need a smoke monster now. What was that?
Splicer! Give him the combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch!
Okay, so stunning the enemy with an electro bolt makes the next range attack do 4 times more damage. It's quite a lot, but on survivor difficulty, even that is not enough to one-shot even the basic splicers. Let's look around the room for some more loots and then we'll continue onwards. Another Eve hypo, which we now know is used to replenish our Eve. Eve is kind of like mana. All plasmids consume a certain amount of it. And another splicer here. We'll just use the 1-2 punch again. We almost died. There's a useful mechanic that helps us when we're near death. Even if we take fatal damage, we still won't die but retain a sliver of health. This effect has a cooldown time of about 2 minutes if I recall correctly. This is especially useful in Survivor difficulty as enemies' damage is greatly increased. Enemies on fire take damage over time, as do we. You can set an enemy on fire using the environment, like igniting gas canisters or oil drums for example. Okay, let's take the elevator and see what's on the upper floor.
Listen, I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe... I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
Well, Atlas has helped us a lot, so I think it's best to do as he says and return the favor. Besides, he's our best chance of getting out of here. Looks like there's another splicer nearby. And once more, the 1-2 punch. This will be our next weapon, the pistol.
Changed everything. They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
This explains the mutants, I guess, but what are the plasmids anyway? Headshots, similarly to the 1-2 punch, have a 4 times damage multiplier. You can stun the splicers with an electro bolt to make pulling off headshots a bit easier, but the 2 damage multipliers do not stack. In the beginning, camo will be pretty tight, but after the first couple of levels we'll have more than enough, even on Survivor difficulty. We can use the money we've collected on various vendors and certain other machines. We'll get back to that later. And I think we're done with the kitchen.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
Electrocuting enemies in water will immediately kill them regardless of difficulty. This will also unlock our first non-story related achievement, Toaster in the Tub. And this is the first audio diary we'll come across.
Another New Year's, another night alone. I'm out and you're stuck in Festus, working. Imagine my surprise. I just guess I'll have another drink. Here's a toast to Diane McClintock, silliest girl in Rapture. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Silly. What happened? I'm bleeding. Oh God. What's happening?
We'll be using the audio diaries to puzzle out what has happened to Rapture. There are several characters that tell their stories and Diane McClintock is one of the major ones.
Hey, Brenda, you care to tell me why you've had a hole in the wall the size of Plymouth Rock coming out of your crapper going on 3 weeks now? Now, I ain't saying I'm Shakespeare, trying to run a respectable theater. I got working folk coming in from Port Neptune trying to catch a little diversion. And all I can think about is the stink coming out of your shitter. Get it fixed.
Let's see if Brenda fixed that hole in the toilet he was talking about. Evidently she has not.
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute?
Sure, Atlas, whatever you say.
There's a child down there. Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, Well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
Dude, she may be a demonic child, but she's still a child. Seems like this Big Daddy is quite protective of the little sister. Damn, I certainly hope we won't have to fight this guy.
That's the Big Daddy. She gathers Adam, he keeps her safe.
Right, so don't mess with the little sisters. Got it. We can use the wrench to break this padlock. Now that the Big Daddy is gone, let's check the room to see if there's anything interesting. The loot is often randomized, so you could save and reload before looting to get something better, but there's really no need to go that far. Right, so this was another type of splicer. The ones using wrenches are called Segi splicers. The ones with firearms are leadhead splicers. The latter are significantly more beefy and can take a while to kill if you're not using plasmids or headshots. Let's look around a bit more before going down the stairs. I'll go ahead and use an Eve hypo. I usually use them only as a last resort, since you can often find coffee or something similar that replenishes Eve. Great, another couple of splicers conveniently placed in water. Let's go ahead and loot them. There's also the corpse of that Big Daddy. I waited a while for the electricity to dissipate. Although it won't insta-kill us, it can still hurt us. Once we drop down from the broken staircase, we won't be able to go back. This is a kind of a point of no return, so it's good we got that audio diary, otherwise we wouldn't be able to unlock the historian achievement. Several splicers will start dropping down from the broken staircase. Luckily for us, they'll land in that pond, so we can easily kill them with an electro bolt. Unfortunately, such situations are rare, so we won't be able to rely on this. After the second wave of splicers drops down, we're free to continue. After we loot their bodies, of course.
It's Ryan! Goddamn Andrew Ryan! He's found us! Damn it! He shut off access to Neptune. There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting for? Go!
And that's our cue to move on. That being said, there is no timer running down, so we do have plenty of time to loot stuff. Right, so I'm guessing due to engine limitations, or perhaps just to save resources, eventually the enemies' bodies will disappear, and only a box will remain with their loot. We don't have to worry about losing the loot, since the boxes will remain as long as we don't exit the level. We're just checking the toilets to see if we can find something useful before continuing to the medical pavilion as Atlas instructed us. There are often a surprising amount of supplies left in the toilets. Nothing useful in the trash can. Let's check the water again to see if we've not missed anything. Okay, seems we've been thorough. Nothing left to do but go towards the exit. Looks like it's just this pile of rubble between us and the medical pavilion. There it is, the exit. Damn it.
You're trapped! Gonna try to override the exit from here!
Okay, this certainly doesn't look good.
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches said to you? The KGB wolf or the CIA jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder.
And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell, or das Bavaria, champion.
Neither. I prefer neither. Dude, I'm just trying to get out of here. Nobody sent me. I'm not sure why Andrew Ryan doesn't just open one of the gates and let them swarm me. This, of course, gives Atlas a chance to find a way to open the door.
I got him! Get out of there! Get out now!
Nice. I knew I could count on him. We're getting out of here. And just like that, the first level is complete. This is the only place we can't go back to, so if you've missed something vital, like the audio diary, it's best to simply restart.
Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you for spending your time with me, and if you have enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It will really help me a lot. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Take care, and until next time.